What's up, YouTube? It's Jeff Tuffner here on the Glorious Podcast with my SmackDown Live October 17th, 2017 edition review. And you know what? WWE wonders, we all wonder why people want to leave the company. Based on the product we saw tonight, I know exactly why people want to leave this company. Because tonight was just an example, a perfect example of why everybody wants out. Why Neville left. Why just all this stuff happening, all these rumors going around that people want out. I mean, this shit I had to sit through tonight. The 2 hours of SmackDown Live tonight were just awful. They were awful. There was like nothing on the show tonight that was good. It's like they threw the towel in on this one. I don't know why. But I just couldn't even watch it. I was watching like more of the basketball game that was on than the show tonight. I couldn't even withstand tonight. I mean, just look at the card. Look at what happened tonight. Look what the main event was. A tag team match. Again, you know, your two top stars on SmackDown taking on the other two top stars on SmackDown. Same thing every week. Just rotational. They just switch who it is. Next week will be like AJ Styles teaming with like, I don't know, Ty Dillinger taking on somebody else. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you see the same thing week after week after week. I mean, look at that. You know, you get the women, another women's tag match too. I mean, you know, it was a 6-woman tag match instead of a regular 2-on-2. Still, same thing. You know what I mean? Women's tag match. They always do them. So you got the regular, you know, your typical tag team main event. You get your typical women's tag match. You know what I mean? Same stuff every week. There was like, man, there was nothing to watch on this. You could have missed this show. You were fine. If you missed SmackDown, there's nothing to really go back and watch. I mean, the only thing of importance that happened tonight was Jinder Mahal officially announcing that, well, he's issued a challenge for Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series, which, you know what I mean, you don't even need to go back and watch that. I mean, it's just an announcement. It's nothing special. So, I mean, that's all of the importance that happened tonight. And they also announced Lesnar will be on Raw this Monday to, I guess, answer Mahal's challenge, which, well, I don't know. I mean, I could see them actually rolling that out to where, like, Lesnar says no, and then it's a back and forth for weeks, and then they don't end up actually confirming the match until, like, the week before Survivor Series. You know what I mean? Like, Lesnar, you know, Lesnar's going to be like, he's going to say, to Mahal, like, convince me, you know what I mean? Something like that. They're going to do some storyline like that with that for that match, but, I mean, hey, that's probably going to be the main event of Survivor Series again. So, just like last year again, we had Goldberg versus Lesnar, minute match. It was a letdown. And then this year, Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar, the main event of Survivor Series, most likely. Oh, God, Survivor Series is going to be, I mean, I don't know. I mean, last year the main event sucked, but everything else was pretty good on the show. So, I mean, I don't know. But it still sucks when the main event's not good. I mean, that just takes away from the entirety of the show. But who knows what's going to happen. There's still like a month till Survivor Series. But as for SmackDown tonight, what the hell was Michael Cole doing there? I mean, I was very confused. I thought it was Monday night when the show started. I heard Michael Cole's voice, but apparently Michael Cole's going to be on SmackDown. So we got the old Raw commentary team reunion tonight. Byron Saxton, Corey Graves, Michael Cole. He says Tom Phillips is on assignment for the next few weeks, so I guess we'll see him again next week, Michael Cole. I don't know. Whatever. Opening segment was okay. Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. We finally got to see a little bit of heel Sami Zayn to open the show, which was cool. But, you know, nothing crazy happened. They just both, you know, took shots at Daniel Bryan because he can't get back in the ring and whatever. You know what I mean? Easy target. That's what they do. You know, that's what the heels are going to do. And then Daniel Bryan puts him in a tag match, which was obviously the main event where they took on Randy Orton and Nakamura, what's new? Women's tag match, Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky defeat Lana, Tamina, and Natalya. A tag match, women's tag match. This is what I mean, guys. I have nothing to talk about in regards to this. Like, there was no storyline continuation on this show or anything. I mean, other than the announcement of Lesnar and Mahal possibly taking place in Survivor Series, what is there to talk about on this show tonight? There really is nothing. It's just like, it felt like almost like a live event or whatever, where it was just like matches and that's it. Like, there was nothing to it. It didn't feel like an episode of SmackDown Live where they're supposed to, you know, build up something. They weren't doing anything tonight. That's what it, like, I mean, what's the point of SmackDown even being live anymore? I mean, this is honestly, what I saw tonight was honestly as bad as the stuff we used to get before SmackDown was live. And I stopped watching SmackDown before it went live. I mean, I when I first started watching wrestling, SmackDown's what I got into at first. And it was okay back in like 2010 and stuff. But like right before it went live, like last year and everything, in January when they moved it to Thursday nights, I didn't even watch that. I mean, there was nothing to watch. It was recorded. They weren't going to do anything big on it. You know what I mean? It wasn't. There was. No, they didn't have any storyline continuation. It was legit like a live event. That's what it felt like tonight. It just felt like whatever. Put a bunch of matches on the card for tonight, and then that's it. Nothing. Like you just could have missed this show. You don't even need to look at the results, and I think you'd be fine with just skipping this show and going right into next week or whatever, because it was just an uneventful night tonight. Sin Cara still exists. I didn't even know he was on SmackDown. I thought he was on Raw still. I thought he was in the Cruiserweight division. But he still exists, and he defeats Baron Corbin via count out in a match, a non-title match. So yeah, Sin Cara is back. I mean, what? Yeah, hey, that's great. Sin Cara is back. Best thing that happened on SmackDown tonight. Jinder Mahal announcement. We already talked about that. Dolph Ziggler defeats Bobby Roode. Nothing crazy. Ziggler. I don't care for this feud. I mean, like I said, here we go again. Ziggler and Roode, their feud it's uneventful. They need to turn Bobby Roode heel. I mean, I don't know how much longer they're going to run the whole face Bobby Roode out, but man, they got to turn him heel as soon as possible. He's so much better as a heel compared to right now as a face. And the feud with Ziggler right now, it's the same way I felt about Dolph Ziggler and Shinsuke Nakamura. It's just like they're using Ziggler to put him over on the main roster, and that's exactly what they're going to do here with Bobby Roode. They'll probably have like another match or something at Survivor Series, and then, that will be it. And then Ziggler, I don't know what's next for Ziggler. Probably leaving the company, going to like New Japan or something. And then Bobby Roode, hopefully that just leads to him turning heel, and then we can get like a better push for Bobby Roode. Maybe get him up there in the main event picture or something like that as a heel. That would make more sense. And I look at that. I just flew through the entire card of SmackDown within like 5 minutes. I don't even know what else to talk about in regards to this. Is going to be like the shortest review of SmackDown I've ever done, compared to like my old reviews and stuff, because there's nothing to talk about tonight. It's legit just like read the results. And normally I would get the results, read them, give you my thoughts on what everything is. I don't have anything to say really. I mean, I addressed the segment. The opening segment was okay. Tag team match, whatever. Sin Cara is back, hooray. The Jinder Mahal, I already addressed that thing. Bobby Roode, Dolph Ziggler, that. And then the main event, tag team match. What's new? Tag team match, it's tag team match every week. You know what I mean? Like I said before, what's the point of doing this live anymore? What is the point of it? It doesn't make any sense to even put this show on live. It might as well just throw it back on like Thursdays or Fridays or whatever as a recorded show again. And once again, here's something to talk about. Attendance figures. I forgot to bring this up on Raw last night because I saw the pictures, as usual. Bunch of empty seats where the hard camera was. Whole upper level was like covered up. And then SmackDown tonight was even worse again. Bunch of empty seats as usual. It's just they wonder why. They wonder why. WWE wonders why. The attendance figures are dropping significantly at like the highest rate they've ever dropped. Why viewership is down. Well, just look at the damn product you're putting on. No wonder nobody wants to come to the shows or tune into the shows anymore. I mean, this was just awful, absolute garbage tonight. It just didn't make any sense of like. I mean, actually, you know what? In a way. Let me be honest. It did make sense for them to do absolutely nothing tonight on the card, because you know what I said last night in my Raw review. I said that they just want to get past this TLC pay-per-view, Raw. That is, they don't want to start building. The SmackDown side doesn't want to start building for Survivor Series until Raw is past TLC. So that's why they barely mentions anything in Survivor Series other than the Jinder Mahal announcement regarding Brock Lesnar and that match and all. That's why they have not done anything in building up Survivor Series on the SmackDown side of things, because it's a multi-brand pay-per-view, and the whole idea of this pay-per-view is Raw versus SmackDown, sort of. So basically, they have to wait for Raw to finish all the TLC nonsense for them to actually start doing anything. So that sort of makes sense in a way of why the show was complete garbage tonight. But I mean, come on, they could have at least put some effort toward tonight. Like, they didn't do anything tonight, guys. It does make sense. It actually does now. I'm like, it's just hitting me now that like that's why it was like that tonight. It's because they can't really start the Survivor Series build until Raw's pay-per-view's done. And then once again, back to the point I brought up last night, that's why you shouldn't have single-branded pay-per-views. Just one pay-per-view, a month or whatever, and then, the Big Four still and all. They're always going to be the Big Four, but still, you just need to go back to having, like, one pay-per-view a month, both brands on them. Makes the pay-per-view better, makes the card better. I get more excited for it when there's only one a month rather than one every every damn 2 weeks or whatever at this point. You know what I mean? It would just work out so much better. But the only reason they're doing 2 pay-per-views a month is because I think it's a bigger money draw for the company and everything. I think they draw more money when they do pay-per-views and stuff, because usually the attendance at pay-per-views isn't bad, and then obviously the viewership's not bad, because viewership for pay-per-views is usually always good. So that's basically what they're doing anymore at this point, and it helps with the network too. They get more people subscribing to the network and stuff when there's more pay-per-views and stuff. So that's the only reason at this point I think they do 2 pay-per-views a month. It's all about the money, over there at WWE. So, I mean, I really don't know. I'm not going to try and drag this on for 10 minutes, 10 more minutes or whatever. I mean, it already has been 10 minutes. I felt like I've just been dragging on. I mean, there's nothing to even review for this show tonight, guys. I mean, there really isn't. I went much longer than I wanted to, but I could have easily came on here and just talked about the show within 3 minutes or whatever tonight, because that's how lackluster it was, if anything happening. But I mean, let's just hope it's better next week. I mean, like I said, TLC Sunday, so then after that we can finally start to build for Survivor Series on both shows. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully the build for Survivor Series is good. I mean, then again, go back to last year. I love the idea of how they built it up last year. I loved how they had all the invasion angles and everything. And Survivor Series was a good pay-per-view last year. It was okay. I mean, the main event wasn't anything great, but everything else was okay. I loved everything about it last year. So hopefully the build's good. Hopefully, get a turnaround from this garbage we saw tonight. I mean, SmackDown was bad. Raw was bad too, but SmackDown was bad on another level tonight that I can't even compare SmackDown to Raw. I'm gonna give SmackDown a 1 out of 10 because there was just no effort in it tonight. 1 out of 10. I mean, it was just an embarrassment tonight for what they put on. I mean, I don't even know what the hell to say at this point. But let me know what you guys thought of the show down in the comments below. I'm sure we all thought it was bad tonight. I don't know how anyone could possibly think this show was worth the watch or whatever, because it was pointless. But let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. Go follow me all over social media. Links in the description as always. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you with some news videos later this week here on the Glorious Podcast.